Here we are, guys, in week 12 action. We have quite the game for you. I'm about to explain it and unfold it all for you, but the shitbag is coming to you live, and by that I mean recorded. 3, 2, 1, go. Week 12 action, we've got the Milwaukee Beers versus Shaolin's Finest, and I'll tell you what. After all the begging, after all the pleading, after all the bribes, Bobby in his infinite wisdom has made me the exclusive announcer of all measuring stick football games going forward. And how do you measure perfection? You measure it with a measuring stick. Big return there by Finest to start the game. QB run. This is a good play. Solid gain, 6 yards on first down. Here we go. Shaolin's Finest dumps it off. It seemed like that was a good decision, but no catch and no cigar. Pro form pass. The QB is just going to take it himself, and he does a fine job of it. Down inside the 20, the 10, and that's a touchdown. What an unexpected start to the game for the Finest. They are 4-6 at the moment, fighting for their playoff lives. They're taking that responsibility seriously. The intensity shows. Kick is up. Oh, and it's no good. Oh, how deflating after that start. Here comes Earnhardt. How do you measure perfection? You measure it with a measuring stick. Off tackle run. Scolari doing Scolari things. Wow. A lot of missed tackles. Finally grapple him. And wow, another broken tackle. Gets down to the 35. Toss play. You can see there's a lot of running in the Beers offensive scheme. Here we go. Off tackle run. First down and a little more. Knocking on the door of the red zone. Offset I formation, sweep to the bottom. 5-yard gain. Can't complain about that. Pro form. This is the play action. Throwing into coverage, knocked away. Lucky that wasn't intercepted. Off tackle run smothered by that defense. They're going to need a lot more of that to slow this offense down. The measuring stick is in high esteem this year. He is undefeated, chasing perfection. And how do you measure perfection? With a measuring stick. Here's the return by People. Pretty good one. Crosses the 30. So as I mentioned, smothered on that play. Shaolin is 4-6, but still fighting for a wild card spot. Knocked away there. But the Beers are undefeated. This is an unpalatable matchup for them. The Finest, I should say. When you're fighting for your playoff life, you do not want to, oh my God. Blocked punts, and here we go. When you're fighting for your playoff life, you do not want to face an undefeated team late in the season. But that's the way the cookie crumbled for Shaolin's Finest. Shotgun play, this is dangerous, this close to the end zone. Looks like everyone's covered, throws into coverage, knocked away. Pro form, tight end at the top. There's that defense. And that's going to set the Beers up with a field goal attempt. And it's good off the upright. We are now tied. But Shaolin still has an opportunity here to take control of this game. Let's see how they respond. Here comes People. Doesn't get much on the return. Good special teams play by the kicking team. Looking for a receiver, has one deep. Method Man grabs it for a big gain. Crosses the 50, first down. Motion before the play. Looking for a receiver. Finds another one deep. Missed tackle inside the 15, and now the Bears have something going here. He's got choices too. Is it going to be caught? It is caught. Touchdown. The defense was expecting run, didn't get it. And now Shaolin regains the lead. Now let's see if they can make an extra point. Oh, they cannot. But they will go into the second quarter with a 6-point lead. So far, Shaolin's finest is holding their own, and then some. Here comes a nice return by Earnhardt, crossing the 50, the 40. Excellent return. The Bears start off with amazing field position. Let's see what they can do with it. It's a toss sweep. Blocking's lining up. 6-yard gain on first down. Toss play. First down. And look at that, folks. The Bears making it look easy. And as I said before, how do you measure perfection? With a measuring stick. That's a first down. On first down, Scolari making mincemeat out of this run defense. And he's going to do it again. Oh, wow. Broken tackle for a touchdown. I thought they had him for a 5-yard gain. Turns out they didn't. And just like that, it's tied again. And pending the extra point, the Bears will take the lead. Almost blocked. Not quite. 13-12. Bears back in comfortable position. Because when you're undefeated, you're usually ahead. Here comes the finest. Motion before the play, looking for a receiver, wildly throws it out of bounds. He had one good option across the middle. Didn't take it. Another pass play. He's got two wide open receivers streaking down the field. Inns takes it in to the 38-yard line on the Bears side of the field. Everyone looks covered here. He dumps it off, gets a few yards out of it. No sack, though. Fading back to pass. Throwing into coverage, and that one will be picked off. That was a dangerous throw, and the finest will pay the consequences. Off tackle run. This time it's going to work a little bit better than it has so far. 4 yards. Same play? No, it's the play action. Dumps it off into double coverage. That was not a smart move by the quarterback. Off tackle run. This one was, I thought it was smothered, but of course not. Scolari popcorned the tackler and gained about 12 after that. Here comes the toss play. This one's smothered. Can he get some help? Yes, he can. Loss of, 5. 2nd and 15. The finest struggle with running, but they do handle that off-tackle run well, and there's a big sack. It's time to punt for the Bears. Deep in their own territory, almost blocked. Here comes People. And the finest have an opportunity here. Got to make better decisions on pass plays. He didn't even get a chance to there. That looked like a called play and a sack. Finest are going to do the QB run. How will the Bears respond? They respond well. Third and very long. Let's see how they handle this. Another called play thrown into coverage. That could have easily been picked off. They're going to get a chance to punt it away. Oh, and a blocked punt. Now the Bears are in control. Heavy pressure by the left end. Throws into coverage, incomplete. Very dangerous throw. Lucky to not be picked off. Here's that off tackle run. And Scolari is going to make it look easy again. About a 19-yard gain. They're going to go for a field goal, given the time. I thought they had time for one more play, but they must not agree. Field goal block. Huge play by the Finest. That keeps it a 1-point gain, or 1-point lead for the Bears. And we're at halftime, and this gives me an opportunity just to pay homage to the measuring stick. He's doing something this season that you don't see often. And while this is a competitive game, you still got to lean toward the Bears, given record, given performance. Oh, as I say that, fumble, the return. Finest take it in for the touchdown. Ghostface Killer picks it up and just walks into the end zone with ease. And they finally make an extra point, making this a 6-point lead. You got to think those 2 points that the Finest gave up by not making extra points may come back to haunt them. As the Bears take the ball at their own 22. Oh, nice defense there by the Finest. They really defend that off-tackle run well. Bears might want to think about not calling it anymore. Dump off pass, big gain. That makes it third and very manageable. Let's see how the Finest defense responds. They've got wide open receivers everywhere. But it doesn't matter when your quarterback overthrows your receiver by 20 yards. And the Bears will have to punt it. And now the Finest get their own block punt. And boy, the timing. After a turnover for a touchdown, they now start at the Bears 22. Plays back to pass, looking for a receiver. He's got choices, but he runs into the first person that can sack him. That's got to be frustrating for the Finest. And a QB plunge on third and very long. Interesting play call. Here comes a field goal attempt. Given the extra point misses, this is no sure thing. It's good. And now the Finest have a 2-score lead on the Bears. That is very unfamiliar territory. Let's see how they respond. Here comes the return by Earnhardt. Decent return to the 25, and here comes the Bears offense. Let's see how they respond. Called play. Well defended. 2-yard loss. Same play, I believe. This time it gets them about 7, making it 3rd and 6. Big play here for the Finest defense. Toss, sweep to the top sideline, and he gets just enough. Huge play by Scolari, and the Bears are not out of it yet. Toss play to the top sideline, same play. That'll be a huge gain, about 16 yards. Toss play again to the top sideline, 1st and 10. Oh, way more than that. Touchdown. And just like that, the Bears narrow the gap. Extra point is up. It's barely good. Both kickers having their struggles today. Kickers and punters and returners. Here comes People. Modest return there. They'll start at the 26. And here comes the QB. Sweep. Blocking lining up pretty good. That'll be a first down. 1:53 to go in the third quarter. Got choices, got time. Just took too long. Pass knocked away by the defensive lineman. Oof. He had another big opportunity and threw it wildly out of bounds. Wow. The Bears defense showing up. I believe they're ranked first as of press time and in the top 3 in offense, which checks out because that's what creates an undefeated team this late in the season. Off tackle run. This time the finest defense do not handle it well, and after a broken tackle, the Bears retake the lead. Or take it for the first time, I think. That's big because they're up by more than a field goal now. Blocked extra point. Wow. I'm not sure how much that matters, but it is significant in that now the Bears have a missed extra point. That QB plunge play is not working at all. Fades back to pass. He's got a choice. Throws it quickly, though, but throws it to him in stride. Solid strike, and they're into the Bears territory. Pro form, tight end at the top. Fades back to pass. Looking for a receiver. Big sack by the Bears defense. You kind of feel the Bears slowly taking control of this game. Huge gainer there by the QB on a sweep, and that'll be a touchdown. And just as soon as I say that, the finest regain the lead. Late here in the game, we've got barely one more quarter to go. This extra point is actually big. It is not blocked, and it is good. 3-point lead with 1 quarter to go. This has to be a nail biter for both sides. What a play there. The special teams comes up big for the finest. The Bears have a long way to go. Off tackle run, not defended well this time. It's a big gainer and a first down. About 10.5, I would say. Toss play, not defended well. The blocking is perfect, and they'll get 12 on this. And just like that, Bears starting off with bad field position, turn it around in a blink of an eye, and they finally do defend the run. This is that off tackle run, and he gets it, and then some. Missed tackler. They finally drag him down at the 12 or 13, depending on where they place it. And the Bears are knocking on the door of taking the lead back. He's got some choices. He waited a little long. Threads the needle. Touchdown. Denslow. First time we're seeing his name today. He came up big at a crucial time for the Bears. Kick is up. Almost blocked, but not quite. And they'll go up by 4 once again. All right. It's nut cutting time here for the finest. Can they pull off the impossible? They put themselves in position to do just that. Let's see how it pans out. Caught. Ghost fill a face, whatever. Big catch in coverage. He's got choices again, but he didn't let the routes develop and nearly threw a pick. This is not the time to be making bad decisions. I don't know how to say that quarterback's name, so I'm not even going to pretend to try. QB plunge, and they're already in third and long. Fades back to pass, looks. He's got a tight end, I believe, streaking down the middle, but it's thrown wildly inaccurate, and that was 4th down. So now the Bears are in full control. Well defended run play there by the finest. Bears throw into coverage, it's caught, but they don't gain anything. And now we're in store for a very long field goal attempt. Both kickers have struggled today. This one looks a little wide left. Is it? It is. Off the upright and no good. And how do you define perfection? I think you already know. Thrown into coverage, it's picked off. Jeez. The finest have had all the opportunities. They're just not following through. Toss play to the top sideline. 1st down, and that clock continues to tick. They're now in field goal range, comfortable field goal range. They're going to call that play again, and why not? Gets about 9. First downs here are a big deal as the clock continues to tick, and they will get another. The finest Bears can put this thing away with a touchdown here, and they're almost about ready to do that. Less than a minute of Tecmo time to go, and they're on the goal line, and that toss sweep play comes in clutch. Touchdown Bears. Probably game, set, match, unless they get some sort of return here. A return they haven't gotten yet. A return that takes them deep into Bears territory because the time will not afford them anything else. Solid return, but given this context, it's nowhere near enough. Everybody looks covered. That should have been picked. Probably out of bounds, though. Finest running out of time here, and the quarterback is panicking and just doing it himself. Very big gain there, but took too much time off the clock. This will probably be the last play of the game. Solid gain, but inconsequential in the end. And the Bears, in their pursuit of perfection. How do you measure perfection? You measure it with a measuring stick. This is the shitbag. Son.